An air of confidence to the Suns as they arrived earlier today. Playing in front of your home fans always puts a bounce in your step. So the Clippers win the tip. Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. And he gets that one. Well, Grant, we've got two savvy veteran teams on the court. So you don't expect a lot of mistakes or sloppy play tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lot of experience on the floor. So teams will play the right way. These guys know exactly what they're doing. If both squads can keep things tight, we could be in for a very competitive game.
Pass to Westbrook. Here's Zubac. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help. Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in the season in franchise history. It just didn't play out that way.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. And make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
It's Booker on the wing. George defending. And Durant with the big finish.
Durant imposing his will, this time at the rim.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. They set the pick. Here's Westbrook. And he buries his first look.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Ball against Westbrook. Outside Durant. The three is up. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Westbrook with it, and it's Paul picking him up to the wing on the left. Zubac passes to Covington. Leonard outside. Let's go with a three. Ooh, Durant with some nice D. The Suns have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Aiden. The kick to Durant. Clock at 6. From the high post. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Okogie on the wing. He's guarded by Zubac. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Like the connection there. KD has his teammates looking out for him. An outstanding alley-oop that time.
Now Leonard. 1:57 left in the first quarter. Zubac screen. Pass to Westbrook. He takes it in. And here's Zubac. And stolen by Paul. Okogie into the lane. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Paul with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. The three, George. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
So it's the Clippers now, coming off a Suns make. Westbrook, the pass to Zubac. to Covington. Pass to George. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Covington from behind the arc. And Ayton pulls it down. The Suns have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Puts it up and misses it off the right side of the rim. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And the jam by Covington.
You can expect Westbrook to find an open shooter. And he trusted him with the pass that time.
Ball against Westbrook. Outside Durant. Okogie on the wing. Over Leonard.
Making the suffocating defensive play right there. Leonard, an overwhelming force on that.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Clippers ahead. They lead by 2. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Ayton in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Durant. He's got 6. Ayton, no good.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups. Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building, and it just looks incredible.
Here's Durant. After the Clippers picked up a basket just a moment ago. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And KD decisive that time, wasting no time, rises up and fires.
Leonard outside. Pulls up on the wing. And there's another one for the Clippers. Amen. And the Clippers felt they needed to build their own arena to establish some identity.
Yeah, no doubt about it that they could be their own franchise away from the shared building with the Lakers. And for so long in LA, they've been treated as sort of the second-rate team, and that just shouldn't happen. So having their own arena, it's moving them well into the right direction.
And Kevin Durant, post-Achilles surgery, no apparent decline, Grant. Last season, the 3rd highest scoring average of his career.
I mean, incredible. Almost 30 points a game. Think about this. 2 of the 4 times he's led the league in scoring, he did it averaging less points per game. And his efficiency, good as ever.
You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
Okogie on the wing, Leonard defending. Paul passes to Durant. Back to Paul. Here's Okogie. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Suns missing.
His teammates cannot be happy with him, guys. He would have been better off resetting the offense and looking for a better shot opportunity.
Leonard for 3. The Suns clear it. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Durant with the bucket.
Well, with that high release and that length, when KD takes a 3, if you're the defender, you're pretty much just hoping he misses.
Westbrook, the pass to Covington. Here's Leonard. Good. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Outside Paul. Pass to Okogie. Outside Paul. Back to Okogie. Here's the 3. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot three.
And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Westbrook outside. Pass to Leonard. George with it. Booker defending. Back to George. Kevin Durant with a rebound. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Here's Ayton. Paul against Westbrook. Outside Booker. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Zubac.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Leonard from the high post, he drills it. Leonard's got 6 here in the quarter.
Now, going back to his college days, this is one of Leonard's favorite moves, the simple pull-up off the dribble.
Pass to Okogie. Back to Paul. Outside for Booker. Durant with a screen on George. Booker for 3. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Leonard finds Covington. Shoots over Durant. Covington, no good. George against Booker. The 3. Sinks the tray.
Tough to guard Devin Booker on a quick pick and roll with his size and speed. He can be very dangerous in these sets.
Allie, as always, thank you. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. We've got Norman Powell, Marcus Morris out there with Mason Plumlee. Then there's Eric Gordon, and it's Highland in at the point. Here's Baisley to the paint. Outside Warren, pass to Ross. For the lead. Kept alive. Here's Baisley. Here's Landale. Here's Shamet out to the right wing. Outside Ross. Here's Shamet, defended by Gordon. Phoenix no good that time either. The Clippers in the lead. Powell passes to Plumlee. Back to Powell. The kick out to Morris. And here's Gordon. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Fires the 3. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Here's Shamet, and he drives in for the lead. And the layup is good. And the Suns lead by 1.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Now here's Gordon. Gets an open look and hits it.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
And you oftentimes hear about players at peace with their game. Well, that is Eric Gordon, a knockdown shooter with physicality. Plenty of room for that in today's NBA.
Here's Highland. It's Powell on the wing. From downtown. Gordon can't hit. Phoenix has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Back to Bazley. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And Gordon, the 7th pick back in 2008, Grant. Never quite an all-star, but he's been an impact player at times in his career.
Well, you know, B.A., I mean, he's been a key contributor to some quality teams. When his shot gets going, you can be in trouble.
Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Here's Shamet. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Gordon outside. With the drive. Out left to the wing. Highland. Off target from outside. The Suns have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Outside Warren. Pass to Bazley. It's tipped. A minute 29 left in the third. Here's Powell. Count it, and the foul. It goes on Terrence Ross.
And Norman Powell, he is compact and powerful and able to take that hit.
Ooh, that one misses for Powell. The Suns trailing. Now here's Ross. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Here's Highland. Powell outside. It's stolen by Warren. Inside. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Morris for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Morris has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And it felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Here's Shamet driving inside. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Mason Plumlee. And a new group getting ready for the Suns. Ayton, he's checked in for Landale. Kevin Durant comes in for Bazley. Okogie's checked in for Warren. And it's Devin Booker in for Ross. Intercepted. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Yeah, little you can do now to slow him down. Durant's such a phenomenal offensive talent.
Westbrook outside. And the layup is good off the glass. Westbrook's got 7.
So challenging for anybody, not just guards, to match Westbrook and his physicality.
Ayton, a screen on George. It's all tied in Phoenix. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second. But and while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Josh Okogie is out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Ayton in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And it's the Suns with the ball, following the score by the Clippers. Durant, no good. Westbrook against Paul, and the basket by Westbrook.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Now here's Paul. Durant with a screen on George. For 3, Booker. Pure from three-point range.
You would be an all-star guard like Devin Booker. You might want to start hitting your share of triples.
Paul against Westbrook. Out to Leonard. Pass to George. Westbrook with it. Oh, he tries a 3. Doesn't fall. Now 4 for 6. Durant inside. Covered by Covington.
The rejection. Covington, good job defensively.
Clippers on D. They lead by 1. Leonard outside. Off target from the wing.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Durant against Covington. Pass to Paul. Here's Okogie. The kick out to Paul. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Got to make a decision quick sometimes, and Chris Paul does that on the catch and shoot.
Paul against Westbrook. George for 3. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got assist number 8 here already in the game. Booker against George. Booker, the pass to Durant. And stolen by Covington. Now here's Westbrook. He's guarded by Paul. Pass to Zubac. George with it. Zubac inside. Durant's there. Zubac's shot is off. Paul passes to Ayton. And stolen by Covington. Westbrook with it. And it's Paul picking him up. Now Covington out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. And so here's Phoenix. They trail by 1. Outside Durant from the arc. Ayton finds Durant. Driving in. Good on the shot. And the Suns lead by 1.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
Paul against Westbrook. Here's George. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Suns.
What a performance from beyond the arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
Right side Durant. And stolen by Covington. And it's the Clippers on the break. George outside. Out to Leonard. Shot is up. Offensive rebound. There's the 3. Sinks the 15-footer. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
Pass to Okogie. Ball against Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Durant. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
Maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac. He sinks the clutch free throw.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Now here's Westbrook. Now George. Here's Zubac. And he sinks it.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And here's Booker. Ayton, a screen on George. For 3, Booker. Can't get the 3 to fall. The 3 is up. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
Yeah, the defense must avoid sending Durant to the line. And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
He makes the first of 3, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Durant still has a drive to keep adding something to his game offensively, which should be scary to the rest of the league, but makes him so fun to watch.
The Clippers call timeout. They're trailing by 1. Only 2 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. All right, guys, what's your take?
And this is what it's all about. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
And stolen by Paul. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. What a performance they had.
To the ball,
McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point. And for Phoenix, Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position. This contest has the potential, Clark, to be very exciting. Two teams that can really run up and down the floor and run up the scoreboard.
Yeah, you know, if one of these teams gets really rolling, Kevin, they might be able to take advantage of this one, but I agree with you. When you talk about these teams, I'm anticipating and even hoping for tons of lead changes.
Ball against Conley. Out to KD. Ayton sets the pick for KD. Back to Paul. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's McDaniels. Kept alive, Minnesota. Back to Conley. Shot clock at 5. Back to Gobert. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Paul kicks to Booker. Outside for Durant. A three-pointer, no good.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Gobert, and Durant sends it back.
That extraordinary reach combined with good timing makes Durant a real threat as a shot blocker. Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come. Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
The drive by Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. No good. Gobert with the defensive effort for Minnesota. They've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
You know, there's very little the defense can do to slow Towns down when he has momentum like that on the drive.
Paul outside. Pass to Okogie. Paul dishes to Booker. Durant sets a screen for Booker. Another three for Phoenix.
Difficult shot. There are only a handful of players in this league with Booker's range.
Conley against Paul.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Conley kicks to Gobert. To the left wing. Here's McDaniels. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:43 left in the first quarter. Here's Durant, and KD throws it down.
Well, the elevation from Durant should come as no surprise there. I mean, he's dangerous above the rim, and he can go way above it too, folks.
Here's Edwards into the lane. Yep, that one goes in there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
We've got 1:23 left in the first. Paul against Conley. And there's the pass to Okogie. Another three for Phoenix.
Paul is so gifted at creating for his teammates. I mean, he's just got a special knack, and it's one that's been honed over years and years of playing. He really does work hard to get everybody involved.
Towns finds Edwards. Driving in, and Edwards with the stuff.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Outside Conley. The kick out to Towns. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Booker looking around. KD passes to Okogie. Just 5 to shoot. The drive by KD. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Now this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that one.
Here is Edwards. Towns the screen. Edwards kicks to Towns. And the three off target. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Boy, the incredible court vision of Paul. He gets the ball to his guys where they can do something with it.
For 3, Edwards. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. Here's KD. And finished off by KD.
Yeah, with platinum level all-around skills, Durant can pretty much score at will.
Conley against Paul. Goes back up. Here's Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one.
And not the same skinny guy he was when he entered the league. Gobert a lot less affected by contact these days.
Here's Paul, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Here's Conley. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He dishes it to McDaniels. Back to Conley. Over to the left wing. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. For Phoenix, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Outside Durant. Back to Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Clock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot off. Nailed from three-point land. Booker's got the lead up to 5 now for Phoenix. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group. In the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Paul kicks to Durant. Ayton sets the pick for KD. From deep three-point range, a rebound by the Timberwolves.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
KD dishes to Paul. Back to KD. And KD throws it down.
Durant taking every last second there to get off his shot. This guy's got a flair for the dramatic at times.
Minnesota calls timeout. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. Ball against Conley. Edwards with it. He's got 7. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on 8.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back. And when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
Phoenix has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. All up top, over by Conley. Outside for Durant. Booker outside. KD a screen on it. Booker the pass to KD. Can't cash in from close range.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Here's Conley. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You know, kind of odd to see a lefty in today's game, but Conley is a player you have to anticipate properly, or he'll use your mistake to get the and one. And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title, the best player to never make an all-star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an all-star.
And the Timberwolves with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. He kicks it to McDaniels. From downtown, traps in the tray. And now a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back.
The Timberwolves, 32.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Reed is out there with Anderson. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's Alexander Walker. In at the 2. Warren kicks to Shamet. Back to Warren. Ross in the corner. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer. Ross has got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game.
And that's where Ross has been most efficient. Raining it off the catch. Love it.
Here's Anderson to the right side. Here's Alexander Walker. Prince, the pass to Anderson. And that one is off. The Suns go the other way with it. When they're evaluating draft prospects, we always hear about wingspan, arm span. How does that translate to the basketball floor?
Well, it's actually reach factor, Kevin. That's a huge component of defense, particularly when you're talking about guys switching all the time. So the ability to cover ground, to challenge shots from a distance, that's why wingspan is so important. And you think about it, multiple defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert, perhaps has the longest wingspan ever recorded at the combine.
Here's Landale, guarded by Reed. Landale with the bucket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Here's Noel, and it's blocked. Anderson with the double team. Anderson with the block. Now Ross for the lead. Reed with the rebound.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Shaman kicks to Ross. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Ross has got 6 here in this quarter.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Noel passes to Reed. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Now, here's Shaman. Defense is right there. Landale pass to Shaman. They get it back. Prince against Warren. Down low. Pass to Landale. Lets the 3 fly. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Warren.
At the arc, Warren gets in the zone, able to shoot with total concentration and lay it right in.
And the Timberwolves call time. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. McDaniels passes to Conley. Passes it to Edwards. Out to Conley. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Outside, Edwards. 5 on the clock. And the call. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play is under review.
Can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for Jeff.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Suns trail by 3. Paul surveying the floor. Pass to Durant. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
He is one of the longer wings in the game. Durant knows a thing or two about drawing fouls.
The Suns have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside Edwards. Misses the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's the pass to KD. 41 seconds left in the third. Back to Paul. And here's Booker from the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards, and there's the drive, and Edwards with the stuff.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
15 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball against Conley, and it's Paul penetrating. Up and in on the layup. Paul's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Paul's got a really nice touch from the interior, and, you know, he likes to get in there and mix it up with the big guys any chance he gets.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Timberwolves lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Houston.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's Okogie into the small forward. Who's out there for Phoenix. Outside Conley. The kick out to Towns. Over Durant. Durant with some nice D. And here's Booker. Outside Durant. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ayton. Gobert pulls it in. The Timberwolves trail. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Pass to McDaniels. Kicks it to Towns. Back to McDaniel. Crosses over. And Towns finishes inside. And now that's 11 points for Karl Anthony Towns. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Edwards with the stop.
Boy, Edwards doing a nice job excelling in transition. Has a really good understanding of how to fill the lane and get where he needs to be.
Ball kicks to Durant. Passes it to Okogie. Edwards against Booker. For 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Conley into the lane. Pass to McDaniels. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Devin Booker.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
And Gobert drops them both. Suns trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Paul. Passes to Ayton. Banked in off the glass.
And this is where Ayton does the most damage. Inside, feels like he can score on anyone.
Conley scanning the floor. He kicks to Edwards. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Ayton.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great. This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Now here's Paul. The pass to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
And we've seen Durant now hit big shots before. He's no stranger to the moment. Actually, this guy relishes the moment.
Conley finds Edwards. Here we go.
My goodness. At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
They brought the hard hats and the lunch pails with them, too. Done some great work down inside.
Shot clock at 6. Booker the pass to KD. No stopping him there. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what the previous foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Edwards dishes to Conley. The Timberwolves working the ball around Gobert. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And wow, what a shot. Gobert showing he has what it takes in the clutch.
Booker against Edwards. Ball kicks to KD. Kobe, the pass to Booker. Right wing. Here's Ayton. He takes it in. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
He is showing signs of maturity in these moments. It's clear that Ayton takes pride in coming through for his team.
Now here's Edwards. He's guarded closely. And Towns throws it down.
Absolutely amazing. This young man is so money, and his teammates absolutely love him. Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
Nails the triple.
Well, Durant knows the team looks to him for this. These kinds of moments, the intensity of the moment, never rattles him.
Edwards tries in. And they go to the intentional foul.
Can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul a lot sooner.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And everyone is counting on him. Gobert needs to be at his best here. It's all about execution.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
And the Suns call time. They're down by 5. 8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
Outside, Towns. And so Minnesota takes the win. They see. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining me.
Don't flee to the best
for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now here's Conley. So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Conley in at the point. Westbrook outside. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Well, Doris, we're expecting most of the action to come out of the backcourt of this game.
No, exactly, B.A. Both teams are led by their terrific guard play. The outcome of this game likely hinges on the respective performances of those two positions.
And the shot goes in.
Well, inside, Mike Conley has got to be savvy, and he is in that instance.
Outside Covington. Stolen by Conley. To the inside. Towns. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
For three, Westbrook. George passes to Covington. Stolen by Conley. Oh, George with a steal. Pass to Westbrook. George outside. The three. Knocks down the triple.
It matters not if you're staying attached and connected to Paul George. He's got the height and release point to get it off anyway.
Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament. Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
Now here's Westbrook. Here he goes. Out to Leonard. 5 to shoot. George outside. Over Towns. George, no good.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what. There's no reason for that kind of shot.
The kick out to Edwards. Gobert passes to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
The drive by Westbrook. For 3, Covington. No good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan. A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Here's Leonard. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Zubats against Edwards. To the paint. And Conley gets it to go. The assist from Edwards. Conley's gotten his second bucket. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Here's Westbrook after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Zubats with a screen on McDaniels. Shot by Leonard, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter.
Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent, elite defenders in the game.
And Doris, with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And B.A., at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
Kicks it to George. They need this. There's the drive. And the jam by George.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Gobert with a screen on Westbrook. Over to the left wing. Towns against Covington. Towns, that's good.
This is what you get when you combine size and touch. Karl Anthony Towns in the paint, that's good.
Here's Westbrook. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Westbrook against Conley. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Conley. Oh, deflected. It's McDaniels on the wing. Covered by Covington. Conley. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Westbrook, the pass to Covington. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The T-Wolves on top. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the court for Minnesota, Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. McDaniels from long range. Here's Gobert. And he's on the money with his first shot today. Gobert's got his first basket.
Well, Rudy Gobert securing the board and making sure to convert.
Here's Westbrook. There's the drive. Fires for 3. And George gets it to go on the assist by Westbrook.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Conley passes to Edwards. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Leonard outside. Out to Covington. George outside. Covington, a screen on Edwards. George. Covington, no good. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And Edwards slams it in.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Westbrook finds George. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
And he makes both free throws. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doors.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. It's stolen by Leonard. Going all the way to the rack. Jumps up. Oh, and the dunk by George.
Because of the diverse offensive arsenal of Paul George, these kinds of nights are easy for him.
Outside Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Towns, a screen on Covington. McDaniels passes to Towns. Lays it up and in, despite excellent defense.
Listen, Karl Anthony Towns is unafraid to take it right at the defense on the inside. Play through the chest. That's nice.
Out to Covington. Pass to Leonard. Zubac with a screen on McDaniels. Here's Leonard. That one falls. Leonard's got 5 points.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Edwards against George. Puts one up from 19. Gobert. The second chance points on the tip-in. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Now here's George. 12 points for him. Another shot. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Towns passes Passes to McDaniels. Outside Conley. Pass to Towns. Knocks it loose. George with it. No good. A bit long that time. 54 seconds left to play in the first half. Now Towns. Shoots over Zubats. That's good from Towns. On the assist by Conley. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Pass to George. Driving to the basket. And George with the jam.
Well, Paul George won't be shy. You give him a driving lane, he will expose you defensively.
George against Edwards. Gobert with it. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Oh, and the dunk by George.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
Outside Conley. Towns, a screen on Westbrook. Conley passes to Towns. Oh my, came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Well, you love watching Karl Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. Can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
Ooh, Gobert with a steal.
That's bad right there.
Wow.
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close, appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be
25. The Timberwolves. 28.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Paul George has been sensational.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Norman Powell out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Mason Plumlee. Then there's Eric Gordon. And it's Highland in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Gordon. 4-3. And the basket by Highland. And nowadays, switchable defenders are in demand. But we see smaller guards like Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet. Doris, these are very capable defenders.
They are, B.A. They also happen to be very prideful competitors. So undersized guards take offense when you try to post them up. And the players you just mentioned, IQ, toughness, and heart, they all enter the equation.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Timberwolves shooting has been great this game, 58%. Pass to Alexander Walker. Down low, Noel. Soft touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Morris. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
And the basket by Highland.
And both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Here's Noel. Pass to Prince. Goes back up. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. The Clippers trail. And here's Gordon from the arc. Gets the three to fall. Gordon's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Here's Prince. Reed sets a screen. Goes up from the top of the key. And he battles for the ball. Gets the second chance bucket. Reed's gotten his first points in this one.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Now here's Morris. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Clock at 4. Powell passes to Morris. Misses the 3. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Out to the wing. A minute 50 left to play in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Anderson. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
On the take. Powell in the post. Prince is there. Pass to Highland. Powell outside. That one off the back iron and out. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 8 in the third.
After just 1 year in college, Naz Reid declared for the 2019 NBA draft where he was not selected, guys.
Now here's Anderson. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris. Here's Plumlee. Out to Gordon. This one for 3. Drains the triple. Gordon's got 6.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's Alexander Walker. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shot from the low block. Noel, that's good. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
And here's Gordon. 6 points for him. To the paint. To the left wing. Here's Highland. Off target with the 3. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 1. And we'll be back with you shortly.
38. And please give a big round of applause for your...
And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. On the court for the Timberwolves, Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Now here's Westbrook. It's George on the drive. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Boy, you have got to love the energy Paul George is playing with. Throws the hammer down.
Outside Conley. Pass to Edwards. The putback. It's rebounded by Zubats. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He was really urging them to stay after it, saying, quote, "We're right there, guys. Keep playing for one another, and let's take this game," bringing the inspiration. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Conley. Here's Edwards going inside. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Here's Westbrook. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Well, the aggressive play on the interior paying off for Russell Westbrook right now. He is always able to score on the inside. The explosive hops makes it easier.
Now here's Edwards. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Paul George. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they moved the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Now here's Covington. Here's Leonard. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Towns a screen on Covington. McDaniels with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. And Towns slams it home.
Wow, the size and speed of Towns, a natural-born highlight reel.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Now here's Westbrook. Out to Leonard. George outside. And George with the jam.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
Here's Edwards. High arcing shot. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And Minnesota calls time here. They're in front by 4. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the 4th. And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Westbrook. Leonard outside. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. And now it's just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Conley against Westbrook. It's stolen by Leonard. The 3, George. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Conley passes to Gobert. Shoots over Westbrook. Oh, and no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Make them take another look at the call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal, even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still heaved.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Boy, we all know Rudy Gobert has worked so hard to make strides at the free throw line. Now it's about making the clutch free throws. He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
Now here's Westbrook. Here's George. It falls! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And they're pushing it up. And Conley grabs the miss. Edwards a screen on Westbrook. Inside. Money.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Now here's George. Oh, and the dunk. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge. Asking for a review. This could be a big call.
People were worried that this was
Previous play.
There's so many close calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Westbrook against Conley. Pass to Towns. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
He gets the first, and that makes it a three-point lead.
And pretty reliable from the stripe. Cat accepts the responsibility of stepping up in these spots.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
And the Clippers call time here. They're losing by 4. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
With power. That's how you do it, big fella.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. He drops the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead.
Being the #1 overall pick always comes with expectations to deliver in the clutch.
So it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a... Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Don't fling to the best kid in the hall.
time to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the 3. George from deep three-point land. Rebound by Okogie. Durant kicks to Booker. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. An emphatic alley-oop jam. And in the past few years, we've seen more of an emphasis on depth from teams around the league, Steve.
Yeah, the reason why is, Kevin, the speed of the game is the reason. Health has been a big reason. And obviously, the deeper you are, the better you are and have a better chance of winning the championship.
Al Paul, after Robert Covington missed from long range.
As a distributor, Paul is just a machine. He's constantly creating for his guys.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Shot from 16, and it's good off the back rim and in.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Now here's Paul. Durant for 3. With the putback, and Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got 6 points.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Smitty, expectations have been so high for this Clippers team in recent seasons with the addition of Kawhi and the addition of Paul George and the other great parts around him.
They've got a lot of terrific players, Kevin. On paper, they look playoff ready. So those expectations aren't so misplaced. I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Outside Durant, Latrey hits it from three-point range.
Lethal outside shooter Kevin Durant hitting those threes with ease.
Here's George. A shot off that time. The Suns go the other way with it. Durant dishes to Booker. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Paul outside, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Oh, Ayton in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I love the play call. Ayton's a well-coordinated athlete. You know he has to reach. Give him a chance to go up and hit it.
Now here's Westbrook. Here's Leonard driving to the basket. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the claw is.
Westbrook against Paul. Passes it to Okogie. Back to Paul. And the pass to Okogie. Now Paul. He's covered by Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Booker. From the arc. Pass to Okogie. Oh, Ayton in position. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Covington wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by George.
No second guessing on that shot from Robert Covington.
Westbrook against Paul. Right side, Kevin Durant. Takes a shot at the elbow. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Paul. Fires the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Cold-blooded. That's just part of Paul's makeup. He pulls no punches.
50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Okogie. Zubac's defending. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
36 seconds left here in the first quarter. Durant down low. He's covered by Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Enters the league as a great defender. Now Leonard's an elite defender. Multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The dive for the ball. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. 11 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Ayton throws it down.
If there's one thing Paul does best, it's running an offense, finding the best look.
Zubac with the screen for Leonard. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Suns lead. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the small forward. Paul outside. Pass to Ayton. Back to Paul. Outside Durant. Pass to Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Paul. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And stolen by Ayton. Outside Durant. To the inside. Kicks it out to Paul. Oh, Ayton in position. Booker finds Ayton. Durant deciding where to go with it. 5 to shoot. From deep. Westbrook pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Leonard the pass to Westbrook. Outside Leonard. Covington setting the pick for Leonard. Lets it go from deep. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Okogie the pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And the all-around offensive game Ayton has is just fantastic. Capable of scoring in many different ways.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And the Clippers making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Now here's Paul. The pass to Okogie. Katie against Leonard. Kicks it out to Booker. From past the arc. And the Suns get it back. Pass to Okogie. Now Ayton. Booker outside. Pass to Durant. Three-pointer. He is hauled in by Paul George.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix.
And guys, talk about the production that Covington brings to the table.
Yeah, he's been with quite a few teams, but he's been a starter most of his career. His presence on the defensive end, getting to the rim and scoring it, has been a treat.
And it's Ayton missing.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Westbrook finds Plumlee, and here's Covington from the arc. Tries again, and here's Leonard from three. Los Angeles with another miss. The Suns leading. Outside, KD. Oh, Ayton in position. Leonard with the steal. Fires from deep. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Back to KD. Out left to the wing. Takes a step back. Okogie, the pass to Booker. Bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And he's got plenty of range and the confidence to match. Booker believes he's going to hit every 3 he takes.
Covington, the open look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Covington's got 5 points so far.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Offensive screen sent out of bounds. LA basketball.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. Leonard with no one around. Connects from three-point range. He has 5.
Looking at his percentages over the years, Kawhi is an elite three-point shooter. I think Leonard deserves more credit for that.
Now here's Durant with the drive and finished off by KD.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
That shot wide open. George has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
Capable of flat-out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Booker outside. 3 seconds left, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Booker's got the game tied up here for the Suns. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. Thank you, David. We'll be back after.
Your Clippers, 25. The Suns, 25.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Gordon. And it's Highland in at the point. Here's Highland. Left side, Gordon. Passes it to Highland. It's Powell on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Fast-paced play from Norman Powell. Doesn't waste time finding his shot once he has the ball.
The pass to Ross. Off target from the wing.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here's Gordon. Drives to the hoop. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And I tell you what, he looks fresh coming out of halftime if that possession's any indication.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Back to Payne. A leaner. That's good on the jump shot. Payne's got his first points of the game.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
Here's Highland. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Powell, the pass to Highland. No good with the triple. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Baisley. And it's Payne in the corner. Ross passes to Baisley. Back to Ross. Just 4 to shoot. Wide open. Doesn't go that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Lob pass to Gordon. It doesn't go for him.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Now here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Count that one.
Love the confidence from Warren on the catch and shoot. Coaches don't want to see their players hesitate.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
Now, here is Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Gordon. Morris passes to Highland. Wants to get it to Morris and does.
Just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Baisley. Payne with it. 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's Highland. He's guarded by Ross. That bucket in no time at all. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Passes it to Ross. Here's Baisley. The kick out to Warren. Payne gets a wide open look. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Payne's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Highland. He's got 5. Ross with the steal. Powell against Warren. And there's the pass to Landale. Here's Baisley. Inside. Here's Landale. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Warren. To the wing on the left. This one for 3. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
And this is why you have Warren out there. Fantastic at just rising up with rhythm and knocking down that mid-range.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Los Angeles on top, up by 2. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Ayton. They get a hand on it. Pass to Okogie. Durant in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. They get the rebound.
Look at Durant making use of his height, winning the rebound and putting it back.
Here's Here's Westbrook. There's the drive.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that. The ability to finish with that level of authority.
And finished off by Westbrook.
His first step, we know, quickness, second to none. Westbrook almost impossible to stop when he gets downhill.
That one drops for him.
Yeah, strong move there. Big points on that possession. In need of a bucket late. This is the guy you want to go to.
Westbrook against Paul. Outside Leonard. The three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. To the left side wing. Here's Hayton. Booker outside. Kicks it out to Paul. Katie against Covington. Here's a Kobe. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Lob pass to George. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Suns trail by 4. Paul surveying the floor. Durant finds Booker. Plumlee with some nice D.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Outside for Durant. No good with the layup. Clippers leading by 6. And here's Covington from the arc. The putback. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. Pass to Ayton. Suns moving the ball around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without fouling.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
Here's Westbrook. Outside Covington. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Clippers lead by 7.
This is what Covington does. A confident three-point shooter.
Paul kicks to Booker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
I just love how they're taking advantage of their chances to run, and they're pushing it. Fast break points can win you ball games.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
A 3 from Leonard. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 6 assists now in the game. Paul against Westbrook. Paul passes to KD. Ayton sets the pick for Durant. Dish now to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
He is a great kid. I'd love to see this from a stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
Here's Westbrook. Outside for George. Outside Covington. Back to George. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. There's 42 seconds left in the 4th quarter. George has a 2-pointer, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. There's 38 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Westbrook against Paul. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
When momentum is up for grabs, Chris Paul seizes the moment. He comes through when his team needs him the most.
Kicks it out to Leonard. A three-pointer off the mark. Umley with the steal. Dishes to Leonard. Outside, George. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
To the best kid in the hall.
Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position. Now here's Booker. Takes it inside, and Booker with the jam.
I like how sudden Booker can be on the drive, charging into a gap before the defense sees it's there.
Conley against Paul. To the wing on the left. Towns into the lane, and he comes up with a bucket.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime. And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Durant. The shot misses. McDaniels with some nice D. Conley finds Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
One of the league's better floor generals, really over the last decade. Conley plays with an old-school pass-first mindset.
Now here's Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. It just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Stolen by Ayton. Ayton draws the double, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Towns against Durant.
On defense, Gobert expertly uses his size and length, making himself into a wall.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Towns' three-pointer is the lead. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Now here's Paul. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 5. Fires the three. And the Suns get another three.
Smart dish by Durant, giving it away to a guy with a quality look.
Outside Conley. Gobert with a screen on Paul. Towns for three. The offensive rebound. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Aggressive play by Towns on the glass, recapturing possession so we can take it right back up.
Durant against Towns. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
A near 7-footer, KD shooting almost 90% from the line for his career. That's a rare combination. For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
And Edwards slams it in.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Now here's Paul. Durant, the pass to Booker. Over Edwards. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Towns with room to shoot. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Pass to Okogie. And here's Booker. Back to Okogie. Edwards pulls it in.
Okay, that's how you stop a dunk. The defender brings the interference in a big way.
Conley finds Towns.
A former #1 pick. Towns is unstoppable when he's on. A polished offensive talent with great size.
Ayton passes to Durant. Outside for Booker. Back to Durant. From outside the arc. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Durant's got 8.
Hard to stop Durant when he's set up like this. He's so well positioned to score.
Outside Conley. Pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Durant with the bucket. 10 points for him.
Sharp find by Paul, one of the best passers of all time.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. Takes a 3. He buries it from 3.
Ah, the versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
The basket. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Durant. Pass to Booker. Shot on the wing. And too long on the shot.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Yep, that one goes. Towns has got 19 points.
That's just Big Cat using his upper body strength to convert through contact.
Phoenix calls timeout. Landale's checked in for Okogie. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
Booker, yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
People first think of Booker as an outside shooter, but he does a lot of his work in the lane.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Towns. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can. He's showing us the handles a little bit right there. All the way to the rack.
And with the statement finish, too. Don't know how you stop that, man. Now here's Towns. 19 points in the game. No good off the back of the rim. The Suns trailing. Ayton passes to Paul. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Fantastic decision making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Conley finds Edwards. Shoots over Booker. They get it again. Outside Edwards. McDaniels from long range. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Conley against Paul. Oh, and a beautiful crossover there. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Even in the later stages of his career, Paul's handles remain incredible. He's got that thing on a string. What a move.
Pass to Towns. Now Gobert. Conley with the ball. The 3 ball. And another 3 from Minnesota. Well, Richard, as a former player yourself, what's your take on stars demanding trades and jumping around the league so much?
It's tough because I've seen the other thing happen to stars. Blake Griffin re-signs with the Clippers. They show him videos of putting his jersey in the rafters, and then he's traded a year later. So I think everybody has to figure out what is best for them, but you also have to try as an individual and as a professional to fulfill your obligations. And I think trades can be someplace in the middle of them.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Conley. And another basket from Minnesota.
Yeah, this is how Conley plays. Extremely efficient. He just takes what the defense allows.
Paul against Conley. Out left to the wing. Outside Booker. Pass to Paul. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Outside McDaniels. Here's Towns. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Now here's Paul. Outside Booker. And he drives in. And Booker with the jam.
Wow. Booker doing whatever it takes to get to the basket. Totally fearless.
Outside Conley. Three-pointer. The shot no good. And Phoenix the other way now. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Paul. 23 seconds left in the second period. Here's Landale. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Nice pass. Such unique talent on both ends. That time Booker showing us his vision.
And here's Conley. Give him 8. To the right side. And here's Edwards outside.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
He knows that that's a strength for him. If they're going to keep fouling, he has no problem taking that.
On the court right now for the Suns, Landry Shamet is out there with Terrence Ross. Then there's Darius Baisley. Then it's T.J. Warren. And it's Landale in at the center position. Prince can't hit. Phoenix has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Right side Warren. Back to Shamet. Down low. Warren, shot is good. Warren's got his first points of the game.
You gotta guard Warren close, especially when he's lurking inside looking to score.
Outside Conley. Pass to Reed. Here's Alexander Walker. Kicks it out to Anderson. The 3. Buries it from 3. Anderson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Noel, he's checked in for Conley. Here's Shamet. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Warren, the pass to Ross. It's Shamet on the wing. Pass to Landale. Outside Warren. In low. Oh, and Reed with a block. They recover it, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Outside, Anderson. Pass to Reed. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern. And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Minnesota with the ball. Coming off a Suns make. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Puts it up off the inbound. Noel, no good. For Phoenix, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. It's Warren on the wing. And there's a 3-second violation.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Now here's Anderson. Defense right on him. Pass to Noel. Right wing. Here's Prince. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Suns trailing. Here's Baisley. Drops in the layup for 2.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
The Timberwolves have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. 1:51 left to play in the 3rd quarter here.
Phoenix foul. Shag. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 1:47 left to play in the 3rd. Here's Prince. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And it's good. 2 points.
He's good enough where it takes a lot to bother him at the rim like that.
Here's Shaman. Out to the wing. Baisley in the post. Anderson's there. Here's Ross. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year, but we gave him a break for that. Immaculate seasons the last 2 years, becoming a Western Conference juggernaut.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. And a new group getting ready for the Suns. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Landale. Durant comes in for Baisley. Okogie's checked in for Warren. And it's Chris Paul in for Shaman. Ayton inside. Covered by Towns. The kick out to Paul. Outside Durant. 6 to shoot. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Now, this is just too easy for Conley. The D can't allow him to get this close to the basket.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Ross. Now here's Durant. He's got 12. Back to Ross. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
Good on both. Outside Edwards. Towns a screen on Ross. Edwards for 3. That shot is off. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Timberwolves ahead. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Phoenix has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Conley in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Booker with it. He's picked up by Conley. Here's Edwards. It counts, and the foul. It goes on Chris Paul.
Can you say natural leader? Conley is especially effective at running the offense and involving his teammates through his passing.
Conley against Paul. With the drive, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
All right, here's a tip for the defense in this one. Avoid sending Chris Paul to the line at all costs because he will punish you if you do.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Edwards. Now here's Towns. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Gobert. Tries it from the top of the key. That's good from Towns. On the assist from Gobert. Towns has got 23. Well, when it comes to free throw shooting, Paul is one of the best in the league.
Well, in 2021, he was the best in the league, hitting 93% of his shots he took from the stripe. You're simply better off letting him take the shot clean.
Here's Okogie, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for Phoenix, Josh Okogie.
Second free throw, no good.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Great open look there. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Paul against Conley. Outside for Booker. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
What focus from Booker. He was dead set on hitting that three-point answer.
Conley against Paul. Now here's Conley. Not a lot of room. And the jam by Gobert.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
The kick to Durant. Back to Paul. Here's the 3. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Pass to Towns. Over Ayton. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Now it's a 6-point Minnesota lead.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Outside for Booker. Fires from deep. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 6 assists in the game.
When they need points, they do everything possible to get Booker his touches.
Now here's Conley. We've got 1:48 left to play in the fourth quarter. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
That three-pointer is big. Cancels out the triple at the other end and helps stretch out their lead.
The kick to Durant. Left side Booker. And another basket for Phoenix.
And Booker just dominates in such an effortless fashion. The game comes naturally to him.
Conley against Paul. Now here's Conley. He's guarded closely. Outside McDaniels. The shot. and Ayton pulls it down. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Ball's going up the court. Finished off the break. Now just a 2-point Minnesota lead.
Such a good facilitator. If your defense makes a mistake, Paul will find the open man.
Outside Edwards. The kick out to Conley. Here's Towns. Count it!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Paul passes to Durant. Back to Paul. Outside for Booker. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Conley against Paul. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Conley up top. He's guarded by Paul. McDaniels with it. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blow.
To the best kid in the hall.
wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. And for Minnesota, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point guard. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Edwards with it. George picks him up. Out to Conley. Driving the lane. Back to Edwards. Just 3 to shoot. Yep, that one goes. Edwards got the first points up on the board here for the Timberwolves.
Man, that's what they're looking for from Edwards. Scoring from all areas of the court, even mid-range, keeps the defense honest.
Now here's Leonard. The dish to Covington. Outside for George. And George with the stuff.
Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it. Just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Westbrook against Conley. To the paint. Edwards with it. It's hauled in by Zubac.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now Conley, after Westbrook's missed 3. Conley against Westbrook. Conley kicks to Towns. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage. And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here is Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Westbrook against Conley. McDaniels passes to Towns. The 19-foot shot, and it's blocked by Covington. Here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Paul George dunk contest? Maybe a little over, but I love to see him get up.
Edwards looking it over. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Timberwolves shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Now here's Westbrook. And there's Paul George on the assist from Westbrook. George has got 6.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And finished off by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Westbrook dishes to Covington. Pass to George. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Conley against Westbrook. The kick out to Towns. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
Conley against Westbrook. The shot by George, wide open. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 11 points in the game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Conley.
Well, Paul George showing off his defensive prowess right there. Full energy, full focus, and a nice contest.
Paul George, he's been the guy. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
Edwards against George. Edwards passes to Gobert. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on George. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Now here's Westbrook, and he drives in. Covington kicks to Leonard. Lets it go with a 3. Outside for George. Just 2 to shoot. That 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Edwards can't hit. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, leading by 5.
And Covington says, bring it on. I'll take the contact, and I'll still finish.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Now here's Conley. Out to Edwards. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists in the game.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Gobert following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Conley kicks to McDaniel. Out to Edwards. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
Here's Westbrook. Gobert with the block. Conley feeling it out. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Clippers leading by 4. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. George Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's Conley. Good D by Covington. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Towns. The Clippers grab the miss.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Westbrook passes to George. Takes it inside, and it's Paul George with the finish.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Now here's Towns. Bucket is good. Towns has got 7.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Edwards against George. The kick out to Westbrook. Outside, Covington. Lock at 6. Entered on the wing. Going inside. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
36 seconds left in the first half. Kicks it out to Covington. The 3 from George. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got his 4th rebound in this one. George finds Westbrook. Here's Leonard. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first half. George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, man, Paul George right now, he's on fire, and the D looking hopeless.
To the middle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Timberwolves have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And Gobert drops them both.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier season. Nice to see Gobert attack.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll start.
27.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Plumlee out there with Morris. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Highland in at the point. Now the pass to Reed. Here's Noel. Guarded by Powell. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Prince. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Reed. Pass to Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Highland. Morris kicks to Gordon. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Anderson. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Prince against Powell.
And Powell giving great effort here defensively.
Prince misses. Here's Highland, defended by Anderson. Prince against Plumlee. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Morris, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
It's Prince on the wing. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Florian Prince had his eyes on the rim the whole way there. Love how aggressive he was there on that drive.
Here's Highland. And here's Gordon. Uncovered. And the Clippers miss again. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Over to the left wing. Prince outside. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Reed gets the bucket.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
1:31 left in the third. For the lead, Reed misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third.
An efficient score. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Gobert dishes to Towns. Conley left side. Gobert with a screen for Conley. The kick out to Towns. Inside. Here's Gobert. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. For Los Angeles, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Westbrook against Conley. Outside for George. Back to Westbrook. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Zubac.
And this is how you become a triple-double machine like Russell. You get the ball to the easy open shot.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And it's Conley penetrating, and easy 2 points on the layup.
It does a lot for Conley's overall game when he's attacking. He wants wants to give the D more to worry about than just passing and shooting.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. Gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Conley. Now, here's George. Here's Zubac. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thank you, David. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Towns driving inside. Excellent D there from George. A three from Leonard. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by George. He gets it in there.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Gobert with the block, and they're able to recover. Leonard finds Westbrook. And George, here we go. And two free throws come. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the
previous play is under the
angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 8 now on the night. The three from George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists now in the game. Now the feed to Edwards. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Zubac trying to break loose. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles. Westbrook against Conley. Gobert with a screen on Westbrook. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Outside, George. From deep. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And foul on the... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
At the line for Minnesota.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the
previous play.
Angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these play.
The ruling on the floor stands.
To make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Edwards drops them both.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Now Westbrook. Outside for George. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Conley. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Towns against Leonard. Towns, the pass to McDaniels. Stolen by Zubats. Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
That might be a 50, or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power and athleticism.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. That's a 2 from Towns. Second chance effort. No good on that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. McDaniels with the ball. George picks him up. Edwards kicks to Towns. McDaniels up top, defended by George. Shot clock at 6. And finished off by Gobert.
And wow, what a shot. Gobert showing he has what it takes in the clutch.
George with the ball. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Clippers. On the wing, George. Edwards defending. Outside Westbrook. Takes it out to Leonard. Three-pointer. Hands it from downtown. Leonard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Oh, impressive drive there by Edwards. Mixing it up with the D to draw the foul while in the act.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that'll push the lead to double digits.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Conley against George. Edwards drives in. And finished off by Edwards.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
So here's Westbrook. And so Los Angeles takes the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.